Hi there, I'm here with Mix Rhode Island, and we're talking marine audio. We've got ourselves a round gauge style head unit. We've got it from Pyle, and we've got it in 3 colors. So this is awesome. These ones here, you've got yourself a white one, you got yourself a black one, and you've got yourself a light gray one. We're going to be unboxing the gray one today, taking a look-see inside of it, talking a bit about the features and how it works and how to hook it up. Nice thing, you don't have to worry about things. If you don't have a CD player, don't want a CD player, or haven't cut a hole, or you don't have something set up for an old single dim style radio, and you're going, I want something new, I want something different, and I don't want to make a mess of my boat, this is what you're looking for. These have become real popular the last couple of years. And sometimes people look at it and they get mixed up between this and let's say, what you see from Clarion or what you see from Kenwood, some of the other companies where it's round like this. And it's a remote, so you basically have to have a head unit, and then you buy that as a remote. That doesn't have, this is an all-in-one. This is, I just want something really good and convenient and easy to use in one package, and something that's going to fit right into the dash and look like one of my gauges, which is why 3 colors. So if we take a look-see at what's going on here, we're going to see a whole bunch of wires in the back, and there's more in the box. So we haven't even unpacked everything yet, because in the box there's 2 harnesses that come included. Got the instruction manual, and do not, you get one of these guys, don't lose that little package, because there are screws in there. We're going to need that too to put this all together. So there we go. So with this, the most important thing is to start off with the features in the front. We've got 4 buttons on the top. We've got 3 buttons. The center button is a toggle button. That's your volume plus, volume minus. You've got your bands and your modes. Your modes go from let's say your Bluetooth, your FM, your AM radio, and it even has a USB in the back. So if you want to put a permanent stick, or you get one of those USB extenders that allow you to drill a hole in your dash and have a little thumb drive right in the front, you can do that with this guy here. So that's what the mode button is going to let you do. You're also going to be able to cycle through and adjust your bass, your treble, your fade front to back, your balance left to right, all with that as well. Spin the unit around. On the back side, we're going to see 2 sets of RCAs. So what we've got now, this is important, and this is something I always have to double check. This particular unit does only have 2 RCA outs, but amazingly enough, it has the auxiliary line in the back. So remember, if we wanted to plug in an old iPod shuffle or something just through the auxiliary, and we're going to use the Bluetooth, we're going to want to get one of those again in the front of the dash, something that you can, drill in. They do sell it. It's an accessory. It gives you the auxiliary port in the front, and it's going to go from RCA to 1/4-inch jack. Anyway, but that's what this is. So we know what we've got here. These are female connections hiding behind the cap. But again, that's our auxiliary input, and it's a 2-channel out to an amplifier. So we've got a left and right output for our amp. So if you had a sub or anything like that and you want to run that, this is the way you're going to end up hooking it up. If you've got a 2-channel or 4-channel amplifier, if you got a 4-channel, you're going to have to take this and split into 2 lines. And it's all doable, but just so you know, that's what we got there. Our antenna cable, and then we've got ourselves our full harness, which is all external. That's why we've got 2 adapters here. So we'll cover all these wires in a second. Let's talk about this. This is how the gauges get connected to our dash, and this is how the radio is going to get connected to our dash. So what we've got is a hook, so you have to drill a hole to accommodate this guy, and they say right on the box exactly what the cutout is. So the overall dimension, so the big size of the whole faceplate, is 4 inches. Then the cutout dimension, so that's the cutout, the part that you got to cut out on the dash so you can get this guy to fit inside, that is going to be 3 inches. Your total depth, your total depth is going to be 3.9 inches, and your cutout depth, so that's this portion, is 2.5. So it's going to be coming out in the back. So that's what's going on when you do the cutout. How you mount it is with this. Other nice thing about this is all you need is a hole saw to really get it in there. You don't need any special tools. So we open this, we're going to find ourselves 2 threaded rods, and there's 2 nuts in here as well. Pop that out of there. So, again, nice alternative if you're looking to add a radio onto the boat somewhere besides the dash. And you don't want to have a whole big square cut and do all that kind of stuff. And again, if you don't plan on having a CD player and you're looking for somewhere extra, this is a really, really nice way to go. So, what do? We take these guys here. We're either going to put the nuts on first or second, depending on how your installation is going to go. If we look in the back of here, I'm going to try and get this as close as possible. We're going to see 2 threaded holes, and that's for us to start threading these guys in. You just got to find that, line it up, get that guy in there. We're going to do the same thing again here. Line that up, thread that in there. So now the threads are ready. Now what's going to happen is this is going to actually fit through the dash, and we're going to need something now to pinch against the surface, and that's what's going to happen. So when I get this on here, now you can start to see what's happening. We're just pinching the actual dash or the body of the boat, wherever we end up drilling it in. So that's going to give us our squeeze. And then the nuts go on the back of that. And that ends up tightening everything up for us. So that's the whole installation in a nutshell. Drill a hole 3 inches in diameter, slap this in there, get your hand in behind, get this plate up there, tighten these screws down, be able to manage and tighten this up enough so you're giving it a snug fit, and you're all set. Now, the water resistancy is, the front is splash proof. I'm not going to say the back is splash proof because the way that the wire harness just comes right out of the bottom of the unit. So we want to make sure that if this is exposed, we don't want to have this, the back end here, exposed to any water at all. So there you go. So harness time. So they split the harness into 2. We've got our power harness, we've got our speaker harness. Now we know the speakers are set up for 4 speakers because we've got 4 sets of speaker wires coming out of it. The green, the gray, the purple, and the white all coming out of the back. So that's going to end up fitting in only 1/2 of the harness. There we go. Then again on this side here, this harness is going to have the 4 wires, which is the constant power wire here, which is where we're going to get our memory and the main power that's going to run the radio. So the memory wire is basically, is basically the wire that's going to be constant power to the battery. So no matter what, if you got the key in the boat or the boat's in the off position, we want to have constant power here. Now what's going to actually turn the radio on and off is by connecting the red wire to a positive terminal that actually turns on and off with the boat. So this way it's going to put the unit to sleep, not going to take any power, just like in your car. It's going to disappear, but when you turn it back on, the radio stations are going to still be preset, and the and the power is going to come back on automatically, all because you did that with it as well. The black ones are ground. We want to make sure and ground that so it works its way all the way back to the battery eventually. And the blue wire is our remote trigger wire. So if we end up with an amp or a power antenna, anything like that, this is the wire that's going to make that run. If you're not planning on using it, just fold it back and tape it off. Don't cut it back because you never know when you're going to add an amp on. So you're going to want to have that there for yourself. It's been a really popular radio. It comes, like I said, it comes in the 3 colors. Everybody who's gotten it's enjoyed it. It's really, really nice. The only time we've had a problem is when people have gotten this thing completely submerged in water because for some reason they think if it's all waterproof in the front, it's waterproof in the back, and that it is not. So besides that, I don't think there's much more to say about it. If you got any questions or comments, oh, wait a minute. There's one thing we did not cover, the power. So we know it's Bluetooth. We know it does all these great things. How much power is built into it. Now, for once, Pyle's on the conservative side on their power ratings because they give it a peak power of 4 times 28 watts, which isn't bad because I don't think they're exaggerating on this one. And the RMS is 4 times 14 watts. So again, if you've got some 5 1/4, 6 1/2, that's going to drive them pretty good. But again, it's built for comfort. If you've got something anything bigger or you want to add on, then I definitely recommend getting an amplifier to do that. So this was built to be compact and convenient, and that pretty much covers all the most important stuff. I mean, they go on about the AM, FM, and all that kind of stuff on the back, and the maximum USB capability, which being 32 gigabytes. But the rest of it's pretty standard. Again, LCD display, the regular standard marine grade, which is good. But remember, because there's nothing exposed in the front, this can get splashed on. You don't need to get a cover for it or anything like that. And remember, it's round. It's not big enough for a CD player. So there you go. What we've been looking at, so you have a good idea, is it comes in a couple of different models. It's the Pyle PLMR91US for the silver grayish one. The PLMR91UB if we want black. And just to stir things up, the PLMR90UW. So that's PLMR90UW for the white. So that covers all the round radios that we've got from Pyle. We do have one more. Look for it. It's coming up soon. It's going to be from Lansar. We're going to upgrade the display from a nice white backlit system, liquid crystals, to a full color screen. So that'll be one of our next videos that you're going to see coming up this week. But for now, that's everything. If you've got any questions or comments, don't forget you can leave that all down below, and we try and reply to the ones we can find all the time. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Real important. And that pretty much wraps it up for this one. See you soon. Thank you. Bye now.